Kol Halal Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Rakadash double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, as well as honor to the men under the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and those who hope to be of that number.
How bad do you see this situation? How crucial is this extra financial support for worried tenants?
Well, this is an absolute scandal, isn't it? I mean, COVID's happened. We've got families, communities who are mentally worried about COVID, and now they've got the extra burden of worrying about if they're going to have a roof over their head. I mean, I just think we sit too much on our laurels. We need to get out there. Robert Jenrick, the housing minister, needs to get out there and needs to support these families.
But the government is bringing back the eviction ban. Is that not enough? It's something, but a lot of people are worried. We don't know what landlords are saying to them. I live in Stratford in Newham. We had the worst for homelessness a year, 2 years ago, 14,000. We're now getting a bit better, and that's due to activists like Lorraine Tabon, known as Homeless, who feeds and supports all the homeless. But what happens when COVID's finished? Because there's 240 people off the streets. What happens when COVID is finished? What happens to those 240? They go back on the streets? I mean, there's got to be some systems in place for people, because you can start off being homeless with a shiny suitcase and clean clothes, but you end up on drugs to keep the cold out. So the government could look further. Yeah, sure, but England's council house waiting list now, we understand, is expected to nearly double next year. Will those tenants not then be accommodated?
Well, the point system, how it works, I mean, back in the day, I grew up in the 60s in Poplar in East London. My late mother came over from Dominica, trying to get a flat, and obviously racism was a part of not getting a flat there. But, there's been waiting lists for a long time, isn't it? So you have to sort of look at, how these people are going to be accommodated. I mean, as you say, it's going to double. And people are being made homeless every day as we speak.
Yeah, sure, we also should consider the impact on landlords, because they'll be struggling too.
Yes, well, again, landlords, whose fault is all this? It's nobody's fault. It's an epidemic, a pandemic. Landlords need to receive income, because they'll go bust. So it's like a chain reaction.
So what should the government, yes, you say we need to do something. What do you want to see from the government right now? We obviously can't end evictions forever, can we? But so what else?
Well, there needs to be a surplus of money. I mean, they're looking after sort of the furlough scheme. They need to support the landlords because yes, they've got a building to pay for, a mortgage to pay, and so on. So the government needs to invest some money with the landlords and to make sure that they don't go under, because what they're doing is they're passing it on to the customers, to the residents.
The link to this video will be left in the description box. 2 Corinthians 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbour, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. A man is not going to feel sorry for his neighbour. He's going to go into their houses, even with a killing instrument, that's what the sword is, spoil their goods. He's going to mess this place up. Because of the lack of bread, there's not going to be enough food going around. There's going to be a famine, a shortage of food. For great tribulation. Okay, a tribulation is a cause of great trouble and suffering. You can see people getting more desperate. People's economic status is has worsened. It's getting worse and worse. And when people become more desperate, they're going to do things they usually wouldn't, which would be such as resort to crime to get their necessities, such as food. Hence, 2.5 million people worried about paying rent this winter. Hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.